Hey everybody, Luxinda Swirl here. Okay, we are going to try the hatching method again, the layered mica hatching method. This is my third try. Maybe this time I'll get a little better at it. I really want to do a really beautiful cup like some of the ones I've seen on the internet. And I have painted this, this is a 20-ounce skinny. I've painted it black. I'm going to mix up about 60 milliliters of resin. I'm going to use KS Art Resin for this, so it gives me about 45 minutes of working time. I'm going to siphon off about 35 milliliters of clear, just mixed up resin, put it in these 7 cups, so 5 milliliters of clear resin in each cup. Into each of these cups, I will also mix some mica powders. I have 6 different Chameleon mica powders from Woode's Goodies. I will list all of the names of everything below and links to everything. I'm not going to go through it all here because it would take a while. And then I have gold, which is a Perlex gold mica. I'm going to take the rest of the resin and mix black Cast and Craft opaque pigment and black mica powder into that to get it really, really black. I'm going to put it on the tumbler first. Then I'm going to start, hopefully, layering my hatching lines, or applying my hatching lines, or hatching my lines. I do have, at the recommendation of one of our wonderful followers here, I have purchased these bamboo skewers. They are, I guess, store sticks on one end. I probably won't do that. I should. It would be better for me to do this and then flip it over and do this, but I will make a mess if I do that. So I'm going to stir everything up with these little half popsicle sticks that I'm used to using. Put those aside and then use, I'm going to do it just like that. And then I'm going to use these bamboo skewers, hopefully, to get my nice thin hatching lines. And again, this comes from a drawing term. Hatching is lots of parallel lines to indicate shading, and cross hatching is when you do the parallel lines and then you do diagonal parallel lines. That's cross hatching, also for shading, shadowing purposes when you're drawing. Here it's just going to be for lines of mica applied to a cup. Hopefully I'm going to edit that down to something that's not me rambling on forever, and I'm going to gear up and you're going to sit back and watch the show. Fingers crossed it goes well this time. I am going to raise the curtain when I open the windows, so there will be more sunlight coming this way. It's easier for me to see. I hope it won't detract from your view. Then let's get going. And we're back. All right, let's see what we got. I think, oh my gosh, this turned out so much better than I could have anticipated. I don't know, after the first two I've done, the first one being better, the second one being a total failure. I'll link to those below. I was hoping this would turn out pretty good. I was encouraged by how it looked yesterday when we were making it. The only thing I have to say is that when I watch Annika Swenson, I think that's how she pronounces her name. Her channel is called... I will link to her channel below. She does the mica hatching video. She does the inkwell method video. She talks about how you don't want to hit this with heat at the end. You don't want the hatching to move, to swirl at all. And I put a little bit more black base resin on than I probably should have. And then I did hit it with heat. Her answer for the bubbles is to not use a mask or a respirator. She leans in and breathes on the bubbles to make them pop. But that also entails breathing in and taking in toxic fumes. And I'm just not interested in doing that. So I did indeed, as you saw, use a torch on this. And as a result, I got some movement. So I guess you can't call this a true hatching method cup. But honestly, this looks pretty good. I think it went really well. I love, love, love these chameleon colors. Again, I will list them all by name below. These are from Woode's Goodies. This is kind of a mess here. But in general, I think this turned out really, really nicely. Hopefully the video wasn't too boring to watch. Once you see a few strokes of it, a few different colors applied, there's really nothing to it except to just keep going until it's all covered. The bottom turned out pretty good. I did forget to put a lot of colors on the bottom, but I remembered with at least 2 or 3 here. The gold is there, the blue is there. It looks pretty nice. All right, so this is I will take this out. At the very end, I will put up a shot of this in the sunshine because I suspect it's even more spectacular outside in the sun. But first, before we do that, I want to finally unmold this. I dropped some ink into this mold. I dropped some of the Dr. P.H. Martin's iridescent calligraphy colors into this mold, let them dry, and I've been pouring leftover resin on top of it. And it's full now, thanks to this tumbler's leftovers. So let's unmold this and see what the other side looks like, which is where the drops are. Okay, not as spectacular as I was hoping, but yeah, they're shimmery. Although I would have to say they're not quite as shimmery. These were the iridescent acrylic inks, the Daler Brownie ones, and I think these are just so pretty. Of course, some of these are colors that are mixed together and then reformed little spots before they dried. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised that these look more interesting. These are separate colors. That's the jade. That's what this one is. These 3 dots here, and then gold, and then one of the 2 purples I have. Actually, I think this side is a lot prettier. But, it was an interesting test. And the last thing I did was some of the leftover stuff. I just got these molds yesterday. This is an AliExpress. Okay, yes, it is the queen. Well, that's good and stuck on there now. Okay, woo! Yep, there's my queen. Chameleon in all her chameleon glory. Very pretty. Needs a spot of sanding on her bottom, but that turned out pretty nice. All right, let's take this puppy outside and see what it looks like in the sunshine.